Yo people, long time, we're back again. Sorry about the delay, sorry about the absence. You know, busy time, working all the time. Really don't get enough time to do the stuff I really want to do. But yeah, we're back. We're gonna continue with our analysis or our watching, following along with Surah As-Saffat. The recitation, we got up to 13 minutes in part 1. We're going to do the rest now. It's 24 minutes long. So initially we got up to the point where they were talking about Abraham, or the Quran was mentioning Abraham, how he left his father's religion. His father was worshipping the moon god Nana. He left and he went off to start the monotheistic religion and worshipping, the one God, the one creator. So yeah, we're just up to that. We're 13 minutes in. They're talking about Abraham, how the people doubted Abraham and the things he had to do. So yeah, let's keep going and let's see what we find. I hope you lot can see me all right. I know it's a bit bright behind me, but yeah, I think it's coming through all right. So yeah, let's go.
فأرادوا به كيدا فجعلناهم الأسفلين وقال إني ذاهب إلى ربي سيهدين رب هب لي من الصالحين فبشرناه بغلام حليم فلما بلغ معه السعي قال يا بني إني أرى.
Okay, so we're coming up to the story of Abraham and his son, where, the traditional Bible story says he was ordered by God to slaughter his son, but it was a test to see how faithful he was to God. And then at the last moment, God swapped out the son for a lamb, and the lamb was slaughtered, which I understand is part of Islamic Eid and Eid celebrations. Having an animal or donating the meat of an animal to charity in order to kind of pay respect to this tradition in the Abrahamic faiths. So yeah, let's continue.
قال يا بني إني أرى في المنام أني أذبحك فانظر ماذا ترى قال يا أبت افعل ما تؤمر ستجدني إن شاء الله من الصابرين فلما أسلما وتله للجبين وناديناه أن يا إبراهيم قد صدقت الرؤيا إنا كذلك نجزي المحسنين إن هذا لهو البلاء.
Okay, so in the Quran they're now saying we called out to Abraham or Ibrahim to say, stop, you fulfilled your dream, the order to slaughter your son, and this is a trial for you. And I know we in the Quran refers to Allah in the royal majesty of we. So yeah.
وفديناه بذبح عظيم وتركنا عليه في الآخرين سلام على إبراهيم سلام على إبراهيم كذلك نجزي المحسنين إنه من عبادنا المؤمنين وبشرناه بإسحاق نبيا من الصالحين وباركنا عليه وعلى إسحاق ومن ذريتهما محسن وظالم لنفسه مبين ولقد مننا على موسى وهارون ونجيناهما وقومهما من الكرب العظيم ونصرناهم فكانوا هم الغالبين.
Okay, so now the Quran's giving the example of different people, Moses and so forth, who were also helped by God once they showed that faith.
وآتيناهما الكتاب المستبين وهديناهما الصراط المستقيم وتركنا عليهما في الآخرين.
It's interesting actually, it says we showed them a good book. So obviously the book of Moses, the 5 books of Moses, the Talmud, the Old Testament Bible, God here in the Quran is calling it a good book still. Even though, okay, I know in Islam it's thought that the priests and so forth, rabbis, are the ones that corrupted the teachings. The original book, as it says here from the Quran, was actually good, given by God, but it was corrupted by the people. Okay.
سلام على موسى وهارون إنا كذلك نجزي المحسنين إنهما من عبادنا المؤمنين وإن إلياس لمن المرسلين إذ قال لقومه ألا تتقون أتدعون بعلا وتذرون أحسن الخالقين.
Interesting. So it's talking about one of the theist gods, Baal, who people used to worship. As I mentioned in the previous video, Ibrahim's father used to worship a god called Nana, the moon god, who had the ziggurat as the temple in Iraq, which is part of like the Mesopotamian Sumerian pantheon of gods. So yeah, interesting. All right.
الله ربكم ورب آبائكم الأولين فكذبوه فإنهم
Sorry for pausing it again. I know a lot of non-Muslims use these quotes sometimes as a kind of a rebuttal for Islam, because they say, why does Allah refer to him as the best of the creators if there's only one infinite God, one infinite creator, which is Allah? Why does he call himself the best of the creators? I think that in this it shows that Allah is acknowledging that there are other beings that have been worshipped as false gods. So it's basically just giving a acknowledgement of them. It's not saying that they are gods equal to me. They may have been some kind of being that was higher and had some kind of influence on the people at some point, but it's not the God of the universe. So yeah, just wanted to mention that.
محضرون إلا عباد الله المخلصين وتركنا عليه في الآخرين سلام على إلياس إنا كذلك من عبادنا المؤمنين وإن لوطا لمن المرسلين إذ نجيناه وأهله أجمعين إلا عجوزا في الغابرين ثم دمرنا الآخرين وإنكم لتمرون عليهم مصبحين وبالليل أفلا تعقلون وإن يونس لمن المرسلين إذ أبق إلى الفلك المشحون فساهم فكان من المدحضين فالتقمه الحوت وهو مليم
Okay, so now going back to another well-known Bible story, Joan of Arc. Jonah, who was swallowed by a fish and managed to escape. Very interesting.
لنبث في بطنه إلى يوم يبعثون فنبذناه بالعراء وهو سقيم وأنبتنا عليه شجرة من يقطين وأرسلناه إلى 100,000 أو يزيدون فمتعناهم.
Okay, it's interesting. So telling the story of Jonah, who was swallowed by a huge fish, which I think was the inspiration for the Pinocchio Disney story. Anyway, it's another matter. Yeah, so Jonah was swallowed by a huge fish, and Allah is saying here that he spared him by throwing him onto a piece of land and growing a tree over him so that he could recover from his illness. And then he went onto a people, he found a population, a civilization. And it says they believed in God after, what Jonah said happened. And then we let them enjoy life for a while. Okay, so what happened after that?
فاستفتهم ألربك البنات ولهم البنون أم خلقنا الملائكة إناثا وهم شاهدون ألا إنهم من إفكهم ليقولون ولد الله
Interesting. So, in the Quran it's very, it's blasphemous to say Allah has begotten a son, a child, aka what the Christians say about Jesus being the Son of God. They're saying this is false. Allah said in here, is it of me to have sons and you have daughters, as if you are equivalent to God, you're equivalent to the one creator of the universe. He's saying this is wrong, this is a lie. I do not beget sons and daughters in such a way. I am the creator of all. I am the creative essence, the creative power of all. So do not equate me to human practices of begetting daughters and sons. We are not equal in that way. Quite clear.
أصطفى البنات على البنين ما لكم كيف تحكمون أفلا تذكرون.
And now Allah's saying, oh, so you're powerful, are you? You were able to choose between a son and a daughter, were you? And he's saying, no, of course you couldn't choose between a son and a daughter. So he's saying, you know, you're not all powerful, you're not God, so not equate me to you, the power, the presence, the creative ability, the fact that he's the one infinite creator is a total different thing. So you shouldn't say that God has begotten people like a human would.
أم لكم سلطان مبين فأتوا بكتابكم إن كنتم صادقين وجعلوا بينه وبين الجنة نسبا ولقد علمت الجنة إنهم لمحضرون سبحان الله عما يصفون إلا عباد الله المخلصين فإنكم وما تعبدون ما أنتم عليه بفاتنين إلا من هو صال الجحيم وما منا إلا له مقام معلوم وإنا لنحن الصافون.
Verily we range ourselves in rows as humble servants. This is why all Muslims stand in rows as servants, bowing towards God. Okay, interesting. I didn't realize. Obviously, it must have been from a direct quote from the Quran why Muslims stand like this. Okay. I now know the verse for that. That's good.
وإنا لنحن المسبحون وإن كانوا ليقولون لو أن عندنا ذكرا من الأولين لكنا عباد الله المخلصين.
Just want to ask you a question here. Obviously, in Arabic, the word ilah means God. Ilah is a God. Allah, which is one letter away, change the I to an A, means the God, the one true God, or the ultimate one infinite creator. Do you think that it was perceived by God that the English language would dominate the planet, so the name that was to be given to replace Ilah or Lord or Father or Yahweh was Allah, because Allah is like all are. So instead of Ilah, the one true God, now have Allah, which is the overriding all-powerful one God, but it sounds like all are. So he is the all, he is the everything. You think that was it's hard to know what God would have planned for that, but maybe that was something that was planned, knowing that English would dominate the world like this. Now we say all are instead of Ilah, all, he is all. He's the one all. Allah. Maybe.
ولقد سبقت كلمتنا لعبادنا المرسلين إنهم لهم المنصورون وإن جندنا لهم الغالبون فتول عنهم حتى حين وأبصرهم فسوف يبصرون أفبعذابنا يستعجلون فإذا نزل بساحتهم فساء وتول عنهم حتى حين وأبصر فسوف يبصرون.
Okay, so now God is telling Prophet Muhammad, now you've said what you need to tell them, leave them to their own devices now, let them work out what they want to believe and see how they, how they feel. Okay.
سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. الله
Wow. All right. What a really good end to that surah, actually. Really enjoyed that. There's a lot to take out of there. I find it interesting that he constantly says, Allah in the Quran, constantly in this surah keeps reiterating above what they have exalted for him. So all these things, above what they have attributed to him. So all these things that they've attributed him in the past, it's basically saying, forget that, this Trinity thing, God getting a son in Jesus, forget these false things and basically understand it in the way that the Quran tells it. Interesting. I find it interesting that it's constantly reiterated as the God of glory as well. But so I guess in a time, where obviously the Quran only came 1400 years ago, so the world was already dominated by several different religions. So, Islam came to, I guess, have glory over the others, as it was believed, or it was propagated or proposed to be the one true way. So it's interesting, it's very interesting. But yeah, man, hope you guys liked, enjoyed. I'm gonna hopefully do another video this weekend. I've got Monday off work. It's Saturday today currently. I've got Monday off work, so I've got a 3-day weekend this weekend, so I can actually fit in a few bits that I actually want to do. So I'm going to try and do another Islamic video, or a Quran video, try and get another car video out as well. And yeah, man, we're back. I'm going to try and keep this going. I really want to build this channel up a lot, and I appreciate all your views and comments. So yeah, stay tuned for more. I'll be back with another one soon. And yeah, man, for now, peace out. I know saying peace right now is crazy with everything going on in this world, but bless up everyone.